Not me. Literally. Even if I turn it down, it's still fucking loud. It's still loud.
You want proof I don't ever log onto this account? I just claimed day 6 out of like the 7-day like 10-pull thing on the event that came out when Hyacine came out. Just claimed day 6. Like half of my accounts, but they get used, just not very often.
One eternity later.
One minute. Why am I being abused in my own stream?
Why are you letting yourself be abused in your own stream? Who fucked with my Crunchyroll account? I mean, there's only one other person who could, but who did it?
But I'm 70% sure it wasn't me.
You say you say it wasn't you when I literally see it was you. I don't know what you're talking about.
I have a W friend who pays for my Crunchyroll, so like...
Hey. It's sponsored by
It was
Lady
only him.
Azul. Not the trailer. Yeah.
ご覧ください。オンパロスは勝利を収め、再創期が間もなく訪れます。しかし、本当にそうでしょうか。最近、エルシオンの景色がまぶたの裏をよぎるんだ。
最後の一人になったとしても、再創生の偉業を成し遂げてください。
新世界は必ず訪れる。黎明を灯す。星々を燃やし尽くす。諸行をもたらそう。第1回ピロコニー聖杯戦争開幕。
と、あなたが私のマスターか。燃えたて騎士の魂よ。暴風よ、舞い上がれ。
もう少し手応えがあると思ったね。
I did not know they were gonna be in the trailer. That's so interesting.
あらゆる邪悪を打ち滅ぼせ。セイバー。
Venturing.
命名が訪れるまで灼熱の太陽を背負い続ける。
死者を花から呼び出して殺し合わせて勝者が全てを手に入れる。行かなくちゃいけない。背負わないといけないんだ。
Robin.
英雄はいないと。お任せを。
私見ました。壊滅。これにて完成。宝石の余震をもってライ
God damn. I think so, yeah. That trailer was something.
It was a W trailer.
That was a W trailer. Oh my god.
We get to go to bed soon-ish.
Shut the hell up.
Ish.
Don't remind me. Hold on. That trailer kind of caught me off guard. I won't lie to you.
I don't see why it would.
Well, I saw my baby girl.
It's all Saber, so like it's fine.
Okay, look. I saw my baby girl. That's all that matters to me.
Hey, Mr. Albert?
Hello!
Owlbert.
Woo! And whether or not you have a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the version 3.4 for The Sun is Set to Die special program.
The sun is
I'm
set to
your
die.
most
I'm
beloved
gonna die.
Albert.
No!
Rebooting really
Fuck.
does solve all problems. Now we can introduce ourselves. Hi, everyone. I'm Finan. I'm so happy to be on the special program.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anaxagoras.
All I
All
hear
of you again.
is
Did you
wise.
miss me?
Oh, of course we missed you. Well, dear guests, welcome to the show.
I'm sorry.
I've been
All I
looking
hear is
forward to this
wise.
special
I
program
can't
more
hear.
than anything
Can't hear
else.
anything else. All I hear is
Before we
wise.
left off, had my heart racing.
Are they the same voice actor?
The burning
Yeah.
sky and the fall of dawn.
That's-
Also, no.
Akuma was the last place under Kefali's protection,
I also don't pay
but now it has also sunk into Evernight.
All of our
So every time he
Chrysos
talks,
companions
that's
did
all I hear.
everything in
I'm
their
like,
power
I'm
to buy
sorry.
precious time for the Trailblazer and Finan, so they could return the very last core flame to the vortex of Genesis.
We already found out the truth, so what do a few sacrifices matter? Every Chrysos heir was prepared for this. You just need to boldly take that last step toward the Era Nova.
So we
But
do
in the
that.
trailer just now, it seems like Finan is gonna go through a lot. I saw a few scenes that looked like flashbacks, and I think I even saw a different form of him.
The truth of Amphoris is about to reveal itself.
I'm
Looks
not
like
trying.
my day.
So everyone can already
A little
tell
different.
that all that's happened in Amphoris
True.
is not as simple as it seems.
Alright.
Indeed. For example, when we went to fight Aquila, we noticed that the Eye of Twilight seemed unusually high-tech.
And when the Dawn device went out, many of the structures
He
in
is a
Akuma
wise,
and the
but I
vortex of
meant the
Genesis
voice.
started showing strange textures.
I meant
It was
the.
like the whole world was peeling off.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The
When
Zenless
we take a look back
character.
at our whole journey so far in
Alright,
Amphoris
there you go.
and lay
Code
out
number
our
1 is
suspicions
up.
and clues we have.
It took me a minute
First,
because
at the end of the 3.3 story, the geniuses reveal that the source of Amphoris' tragedy is an Emperor's scepter that survived to this day.
It has something to do with that erudition god beyond the sky, doesn't it? Even though I don't quite understand these principles, this breeding ground, which switched from following the path of erudition to the path of destruction, must be hiding secrets beyond Era Nova.
In addition, that Tin Man Lygist is also pretty
They do
suspicious.
sound the same.
He and Finan had a pretty significant
mean, they are the same
conversation in the
person, but, like-
vortex of Genesis.
yeah, they sound the same. So every time I
Actually, was
hear
already suspicious of him when
and I
he
said talk.
he could fix the express and send the Trailblazers back home. Well, the mask is coming off now.
Damn, now I see it now.
Based on my
Here.
interactions with him, Lygus doesn't
Don't even
seem
pay
to
attention
have
to
any
dialogue.
desire to oppose the Chrysos
Well, there's
heirs.
the only-
Rather, he only wishes to quietly observe everything as it unfolds.
Could it be that everything that's happened so far is exactly what he wanted to see? That title, Theoros, does mean spectator. If we combine this information with what we know about the relationship between the scepter and paths, Maybe Amphorius is being used as a chessboard by people from beyond this world, and Lygus is one of them.
Oh, you're exactly right. If the situation in the cosmos is like a game of chess, then Amphorius is a trap to set up the checkmate. But who knows? Maybe the
Never mind, I do hear what lit. Oh, because that's his voice accent.
Aranova could affect the worlds
It's
beyond
the
the sky.
VA. I feel bad because it's like a new it's a different character, but all I hear
But
is
before the Aranova actually arrives, there's no way to tell what it will bring. The Trailblazers have already done so much for Amphorius. I don't want them to have to experience the unknown of Aranova.
As someone from beyond the sky, they already risked a lot by taking on a demigod's divine authority. If something were to happen in the Aranova...
No, we can't let them stay. They have to listen to Finan and go home.
Well said. The Trailblazers won't betray the sincerity you've shown them. However, their fate will still be tied to that of Amphorius. They'll be returning to the battlefield with a very important mission.
On the other hand, I suspect many of our audience members, like me, have some questions about Finan. That Finan we saw in the Vortex of Genesis at the end of the 3.3 story? Why was his name hidden?
Well, maybe that Finan isn't the one we're all familiar with.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. But I'll leave the specific details for everyone to find out themselves in the game in version 3.4.
I still need to do this fucking 3.3 story.
I got some other information to reveal to you.
What kind of information?
Following the story's progress, as I've written, we'll receive a big update in this version. In these records that we've kept, you will be able to catch a glimpse of Amphorius' true nature.
Before, As I've Written was like a storybook, keeping record of our friends' stories.
I think so. I think there's gonna be a
Even
new
its
story.
appearance has changed. It feels like something big is about to happen.
It looks like it's turned into some kind of database.
You can use this system to unlock even more of Amphorius' secrets.
Indeed.
That's right.
True.
Aside from the major updates too, as I've written, the long-awaited skip dialogue feature, which was previously announced, is finally going live in version 3.4. Story dialogue can now be skipped by section, with plot summaries and the main characters that appeared in each section displayed along the way.
You're
Now
kind
you
of
can choose the
slacking to
pace
be
of
honest. I
story
need to finish
dialogue
it.
based on
You
your own
slacking
preferences.
too. I don't want to hear
In
it.
version 3.6, there'll also be a story recap function. Stay tuned. But of course, as we move into version 3.4, we shall take the final step of the prophecy together and witness the truth and the fate of this world. And the myriad celestia that Mr. Shaoji hinted at in the version
hot man.
3.2 preview is finally going live soon.
He can step on me too.
You mean what's happening beyond the sky? Is it also related to Amphorius and Aranova?
We'll have to keep
The monkey story.
Meanwhile, we'll be releasing an animated short. This animated short contains a very important part of the story in version 3.4. Can't spill too much here, but I can give you a little teaser. This short will come with its own original theme song.
Hey.
So don't miss it.
Awesome.
Nice.
I can't wait to dive into the new story already.
Next, why don't we turn our attention to our good friend Viden and take a look at his story together.
Why does the background look like Genshin?
A little bit. Look at those wings. Good luck on that.
Telling you I have to skip this?
I
What in
see.
the world happened to Finan to make him change this much?
This is nothing
That's
like
all
the
Sunday.
warm, sunny person we all know. Now he seems strange and
All I hear is why.
formidable.
Oh, could you
I feel so bad.
elaborate?
I remember when our buddy first showed up in Amphorius. Finan was one of the first Chrysosairs to genuinely welcome them. And when danger came knocking, he always had our backs.
But behind that kindness and reliability, Finan carries the expectations of many. He is the deliverer chosen by the prophecy, and Aglaya's hand-picked successor of
Twist
the
this
Flame
person.
Chase
It
journey.
could be.
Aglaya even used her own death to set him up for success by making the Council of Elders the focus of criticism, and allowing Finan to step up and rally the people.
Yeah, all of us have high hopes for him. Some even call him the Deliverer of Amphorius. Even Cypher, who barely ever showed her face, used to call him Little Deliverer Boy.
It's as if everyone just assumes that he'll be a savior.
Now I'm curious. What was Finan like before he joined the Flame Chase journey? Was he one of those perfect kids everyone got compared to?
Before the Flame Chase journey, guess we've got to go back to my hometown, Ides Elysiae. It was a small, remote village. Nothing flashy, but far away from the chaos.
Ooh, sounds like a real peaceful
Not
place.
them here. Hi,
It
Touchy.
was. And even though the village was small, everyone got along really well. There were also beautiful rivers and mountains, and even a forest. That
Uber
forest
Eat,
was
not
home
the
to all
Uber
kinds
Eat.
of little fairies. When I was little, I'd go exploring the woods and visit those cute fairies.
We can't miss
When
this.
I
You already
wasn't
missed the beginning
exploring,
of
I'd go
it.
play with
You
my
missed the
friends by the
amazing
sea.
ass trailer we
We
just watched.
pretended to be heroes from the old stories and practiced our swordsmanship.
The best trailer
When we
ever.
got tired, we went to lie down in the wheat fields until we got called home for
It was
dinner.
peak cinema.
No strife? No
It
abandons
really
or any of that
was.
deliverance crisis stuff? Seems like a complete paradise.
The wheat fields look gorgeous too. Lying there surrounded by golden waves of wheat, with the breeze carrying that sweet malted scent. Oh, just the thought of it is enough to get me excited.
And guess what? You won't have to imagine for long. In version 3.4, we get to explore Ides Elysiae alongside the Trailblazer. Learn about Finan's past, how he became a warrior, joined the Flame Chase, and grew into the person he is today.
Can't wait!
From a carefree little kid to the deliverer carrying everyone's hopes, you've really come a long way.
These days, Finan just gives off this heaviness. Like he'd still press on no matter how exhausted, just to live up to everyone's expectations.
Amphorius needed a hero, so he became one. The Chrysosairs needed hope and a leader, so that's who he became. Looking back at the main art for this version, even though Finan's face is still the same, his whole vibe has shifted. His gaze is now sharp and commanding, completely different from before. Now we're just one step away from the era Nova that the prophecy foretold. The deepest truths of Amphorius are about to come to light. What trials lie ahead, and what choices will Finan make?
A hero's journey is never easy. But if the will in your heart is strong enough, no fire can burn you out. If anything, every trial is just a forge for an even brighter soul. I am more than ready.
Well said. Then, let's let everyone experience it all themselves.
You didn't
in
know.
version 3.4. Now let's take a look at how Finan performs in
I
battle.
thought you saw it
You
in
got
because it
I'll
shows
first
up in
show
the
up in the
special.
familiar form everyone knows. When using my skill, I'll deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. The use of my skill also grants me core flames. Once I've collected enough of them, I can activate my ultimate.
Wait, so core flames only come from using your skill?
Not at all. Finan can also gain core flames when he's selected as a target by a teammate or enemy ability. If he is the target of a teammate's ability, Finan will deal even more damage.
When I use my ultimate, I'll create a territory and transform.
Super
After
Max troll's
transforming,
amazing.
Finan powers up massively.
Goddamn.
Teammates temporarily retreat and can't take action, while he faces the enemy head-on with newfound
Telling
strength.
me I have to
All
skip
alone?
this?
That sounds way too risky.
Wait, his name is
No worries.
cleared.
All the talents and buffs from Finan's teammates still stay active to provide him with much-needed support.
Exactly. After using the
I
core
know I
flames
am.
to transform, I have access to the powers of 3 kinds of titans: Creation, Calamity, and Foundation, each with a brand new ability.
Care to elaborate on that?
Tapping into the power of the Creation Titans, I can deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. Calling upon the power of the Calamity Titans, I'll enter a special state called Soul Scorch. In this state, I'll force all enemies to immediately take action, during which I receive reduced damage, and each hit I take builds up the Soul Scorch stack. Once all enemies have taken action, I retaliate, dealing damage to all enemies and then unleashing multiple instances of damage on one random enemy.
Heads up. The more Soul Scorch stacks he's got, the stronger that counterattack hits.
Using these 2 abilities also grants me an exclusive charge called Scourge, which fuels my 3rd ability. With the power of the Foundation Titans, I dispel all debuffs on myself, then use Scourge Charge to deal bounce damage. If I've maxed out the consumable Scourge Charge, I also slam all enemies with extra damage.
Once all his
God
actions have been
damn.
used up, Finan will unleash one final blow, hitting all enemies before removing the territory. Finan's technique is pretty unique too. Upon casting it, Finan instantly strikes all enemies in a certain radius. If they're normal enemies, they're immediately wiped out without even triggering a battle.
Wait, all enemies? That's nuts!
Of course, power comes with a cost. This technique consumes 2 technique points.
If the technique misses, it won't cost any points. Plus, when Finan's in the team, the technique point cap goes up by 3.
When I use my technique to enter combat, I'll also regenerate energy for my teammates. In addition, at the start of each wave, I'll deal damage to all enemies and gain Scourge.
I see.
All right. Now that we've wrapped up Finan's combat abilities,
God
it's
damn.
time to bring you some updates on a few familiar faces.
Blade.
Version 3.4. Silverwolf, Blade, Kafka,
Blade.
and
Only care about
Jingliu
Blade.
are all getting some serious enhancements.
I only care about Blade.
Oh, Mr. Albert, please do tell us what's changing.
Let's start with Silverwolf.
No.
After the optimizations, her ultimate now lowers the defense of all enemies instead of just one.
Oh, so it's AoE now, not single target.
Exactly. Meanwhile, she'll prioritize adding a weakness that matches the type of the first character in your lineup. On top of that, Silverwolf will regenerate extra energy at the start of combat and the beginning of each turn.
Oh, that makes it a lot easier to apply the weakness we actually want.
Next up, Kafka. After the buffs, Kafka's skill will trigger more DOT on enemies. And whenever a teammate hits an enemy target with any kind of attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack. After unlocking certain traces, the follow-up attack can also trigger extra DOT on the enemy. And using her ultimate recovers the number of times the follow-up attack can be triggered.
So basically, Kafka's got more frequent follow-up attacks, better efficiency applying debuffs, and an overall boost to DOT output.
Yeah, for sure.
And now for Blade. After the update, he will deal damage to enemies based on his max HP. When Blade enters the Hellscape state, he is more likely to be attacked, and his follow-up attacks will regenerate extra energy.
Sounds like Blade can trigger more follow-ups and use his ultimate more often, meaning his total damage output's gonna
God, he's a
spike.
lot.
Good observation. A change will happen to Jingliu as well. Now she'll deal damage to enemies based on her max HP. Each time a teammate loses HP, Jingliu stacks extra crit damage. After she enters the spectral transmigration state, she'll also gain a stack of syzygy. That
I only really
means
cared
the
about
spectral
Blade, I won't
transmigration
lie.
state lasts longer, and her overall damage output climbs even higher accordingly.
Our old friends sure are getting some solid upgrades.
No,
But
because
with
then that
all
means
these
Blade gets
ability
hit more.
reworks, won't their Eidolons be affected?
Oh, don't worry, Professor Anaxa. Some of our old friends' Eidolons will be tweaked to better match the revamped kits, making sure everything stays in sync.
But what if someone wants to stick with their previous version of their abilities?
That won't be a problem. You can switch between our friends' ability modes freely.
Oh!
So choose whichever version you like best. For more details, be sure to keep an eye out for official announcements.
Sounds
Hello, welcome in. Thank you for
Aside from the
the
ability
chat.
reworks, one more old friend of ours is getting something new this time around.
Oh, who is it?
In version 3.4, Firefly's brand new outfit, Spring Missive. is
What?
making its
Firefly's
debut.
getting an outfit?
Ah,
A new
look at that.
Ooh, let's take a
it's
look at
such
the
a good
video
outfit.
clip first.
That's cute. Wait, the pair outfit, the
With her
Sam
school
outfit?
uniform on, Firefly looks more youthful than ever. And that firefly-shaped brooch on her chest, you can tell she put a lot of thought into picking it out.
Maybe she even asked for fashion advice from her fellow Stellaron hunters.
Well, Miss Kafka does have an eye for style. They must have talked a lot about it behind the scenes.
Even her mech's had a makeover. You think she spruces it up during downtime to match her outfit changes?
Oh, totally possible. If I had a mech, I'd also probably coordinate it with my outfit.
Hey, that's pretty
New
good.
theme, new colors. The whole look has to be consistent.
Doesn't get a skirt.
You'll be able to grab Firefly's new look from the contract shop using Oniric shards. And again, please stay tuned for further details and future official announcements. Next, let's take a look at this version's banners. In version 3.4's first half warp event, Trailblazers
I
put a
want
guard
his
the
light
limited
cone,
5-star
but-
character Finan. And the limited 5-star light cone thus burns the
That is a beautiful
Have a
icon.
booster
I won't
drop.
lie.
Also, a brand new 4-star light cone for the Path of Remembrance, the story's next page.
I
is
can't wait
being
to-
added to the first half banner. At the same time, we'll also kick off a special warp event.
I like how
limited
it says
5-star
trippy.
character.
I need Trippy's E1.
Day and Sparkle are coming back. Plus, 5-star light cones if time were a flower, a grounded ascent, and Earthly Escapade will return as well.
Hi,
In the
Venom. How are
second half
you?
of version 3.4, we're
I
gonna
see
move
Blade.
around
I
with
see
special
Blade.
events.
I
Limited
see
5-star
Blade.
Characters, Firefly,
I'm
Juliu,
fucked.
and Blade will be back along.
I'm
with the limited
100%
5-star light cones.
fucked.
Where about your dreams rest, I shall be my own
Fucked.
sword and the unreachable
100% fucked.
Mm-hmm. Two of
I'm
your newly
fucked.
loved old friends are making a comeback in this version. What about
I'm
Kafka
not
and
gonna be
Silverwolf?
fine.
Here's a little sneak peek. Limited 5-star characters, Kafka and Silver Wolf, will be back in version 3.5. And the
I don't
limited
care about
5-star light
Kafka and
cones,
Silver Wolf.
Patience is all you need, and Incessant Rain will rerun as well.
Nice.
Fuck.
Also, 8 new 4-star
Fuck,
light
fuck,
cones will
fuck,
be
fuck,
added to the
fuck,
nameless
fuck,
House
fuck,
Awards
fuck,
in
fuck.
version 3.4.
Not just for that cast first light
I see
cone.
quite a few familiar faces on the light cones.
I'll never
There
use
are a
it,
few
but
mini versions of Chrysos Heirs.
Looks like
Mm-hmm.
Finan really does enjoy spending his days in the wheat fields.
I'm fucked.
Nature's
I'm fucked.
mattress.
I'm
Oh,
fucked.
can't beat that level of comfort.
For
Oh
sure.
no.
All right, let's take a quick break. There's still more version 3.4 content coming your way.
I have money saved. I might have to skip Finon for now. Blade's more important to me. I might have to skip him for Blade. I'll have to give him a rerun. I need my Blade. I don't care. Blade's more important. Blade is more important. I still need to get Cypher though. Blade's more important. I'll get him on a rerun. Everything's fine. Probably. You probably did. I'm just not
Welcome
here.
back. Let's take a look at the events.
Hold on.
This version. A piece of good news comes from Penacony at the other end of the cosmos. Origami Bird Clash is about to return in version 3.4.
Oh, is that the cute Match 3 game?
That's right. The International Peace Corporation has officially sponsored Origami Bird Clash and hopes to promote this arcade game full of Penaconian flavor throughout the whole cosmos. And the first step to starting that grand venture will be to open up the original shop arcade on the Trailblazers Radiant Feldspar.
There needs to be some new game modes for the game to make a name for itself, right?
Of course. This time, the two players will take turns acting on the same field, and every player has a set number of moves. You can eliminate 4 or more fruits to form bombs and obtain extra moves.
You can also get extra moves when you swap 2 super bombs to trigger a combo elimination.
Oh no! I see obstacles popping up on the field. How are we supposed to deal with those?
Not to worry.
What?
In this version of the
I'm
original
overstimulated
Bird Class, there will
from
be
what?
2 items that can help you in battle. For example, Shattering Hammer can eliminate any individual fruit or obstacle. Spicy Bomb can turn a fruit into a bomb, and Reset Cube can reset all fruits on the field.
Yeah,
Leveling
I
up
can help with
items
you.
will also make them more powerful.
As long as you pick the right item at the right time, you can turn the tide and deliver a powerful blow to your opponent.
Alright. Thank you, Husk.
There are plenty of familiar faces among our opponents this time.
That's right. Trailblazers can still battle against many old friends in this event. In addition to participating in story challenges, Trailblazers can also do open challenges with friends from across the universe. This multiplayer mode won't end with version 3.4 either. Origami Bird Class will replace the Seal Slammers multiplayer mode and become the new long-term co-op game mode.
We're done slamming seals. Now it's time for slamming paper birds.
All right, let us continue with more version content. Our old friend Gift of Odyssey returns as usual in version 3.4.
Nice.
The Planar Fissure and Realm of the Strange events will also
Time to
return.
give
Complete
nothing.
the challenges to get double rewards.
Yep. In version 3.4, Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Cinders will also come online. And you can obtain the Ascension material, Charred Bud of Twilight, for wind characters upon completing the challenge.
At the same time, the
New
planar
wind
ornaments,
characters.
Arcadia
Damn.
of Woven Dreams, and Revelry by the Sea will also come online. Trailblazers can obtain them.
I like
in the
that one that has like
Divergent universe.
mem.
Ugh, why did my seat collapse?
In addition, I'd like to share with you some information about a few events outside the game. First, the annual Hoyo Fest Off-White exhibition will begin in July. This year's event venues have been completely upgraded, and the events will be held in core cities in 6 Southeast Asian countries.
That's right. We've also prepared a lot of event missions and new merchandise. Please follow our official channels for details about the events and tickets.
In addition, Honkai Star Rail will be joining Anime Expo this July. Come visit the Star Rail booth and claim free limited gifts.
A special panel for Honkai Star Rail will also be held at Anime Expo, featuring several special guests.
Please keep an eye out for more info and official announcements. See you at Anime Expo.
Well, thank you all for your kind introductions. Let me see. We're almost out of time. We'll move it on to our next
I
show
wanna
in just a
go,
second.
but
You seem mighty busy, Owlbert.
Well, I
we
am a
wanna
professional
go.
super-
One day, maybe.
What's going on?
Oh, goodness, Albert.
Take Albert, bro.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, okay.
It's not my time yet.
Hey, adventuring.
Whether or not your world has the concept of a holy grail.
And Callie and me
Welcome
neither. I
to
wanna
the
go,
live
but
stage of the Honkai Star Rail and Fates Day Night Unlimited Blade Works collab special program.
Long time no see, everyone. I'm Aventurine from the Interastral Peace Corporation.
Howdy, Galaxy Ranger Boot Hill, at your service.
Welcome, both of you. I, Albert, have apparently been summoned by the Holy Grail to be this show's host today.
Albert, could your class be... speaker?
Son of a gun. That's funny.
Maybe you two can call me presenter instead. That sounds nicer.
Well, presenter doesn't sound half bad. In that case, why don't you
Why,
present
bro?
the situation to our audience? Explain what you meant by summoned by the Holy
not
Grail
yet. They have
and
not
why
talked about
you've
the
arrived
fate.
at Penacony.
Well, the cosmos is full of surprises. Soon after the ripples of the Charmony Festival had calmed, the Trailblazer received a secret invitation from old Odie, head of the Alfalfa family. It turns out that the old Jen is planning a brand new entertainment spectacle called Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War.
Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail.
Oh, they're talking about Blade now.
Sounds like a Holy Grail War is taking place in the Sweet Dream.
That's right, but I have no idea where old Odie.
Yeah, they're talking
got his
about
Holy
Blade right
Grail
now.
from. Let me give a brief explanation of everything here. It's said that the Holy Grail is a wish-granting chalice that can manifest any miracle, and the Holy Grail War is a magecraft ritual for obtaining that power. As long as you win in the brutal contest of the Holy Grail War, the Grail can fulfill your wishes.
That dadgum Wubba Boot Charmony Festival has only just concluded, and they're putting on a new show already.
Hey, don't forget that Penacony prides itself on being a holiday resort. How are they gonna attract tourists if they don't have any events? Besides, didn't the last Charmony Festival have a little accident? I mean, that probably wasn't great for Penacony's image. The family's definitely gonna want to find another opportunity to generate some buzz.
Well, I heard that old Odie hopes to make the Penacony and Holy Grail War into a new show that rivals the Charmony Festival, therefore returning Penacony to the cosmic limelight.
With dreams as the gimmick, the show is sure to attract a lot of money and a lot of dream chasers. I bet old Odie is thinking of the same thing.
This Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War program will be conducted in Penacony. The 7 invited participants will summon famous
I told one of my friends I was gonna
fight
skip
alongside them
Finon,
as
and they
their
asked me
servants.
why.
And the final
I'm
winner
like,
will receive the precious
Blade
opportunity
is
to
rerunning.
make their wish come true.
I can eat
Chance to
to
make any
him
wish
or
and
eat
any
6
miracle
him.
come true. Well, that's definitely
Bro,
a nice gimmick.
Blade.
But as we all know, people die if they're killed. Bullets don't discriminate.
I'm like
So, someone
texting
gets
them.
caught
I'm
in
like,
the
Blade is
crossfire.
rerunning. You're like, he's like, I'm gonna try. I don't think you have enough fun. I'm gonna.
Hereby swear that no one's life will be in danger in the dream. Everyone can participate and watch in peace.
All right, all right. Well, since it's you, Owlbird, I'll believe it for now. So, who's participating?
To start off, the owner of the Radiant Feldspar, shareholder of Penacony's superstar, the Soul Glad festivity, our dear Trailblazer will be participating.
Oh, so the Trailblazer will be taking part in another adventure.
That's right. In addition, Miss Robin will also be a part of this war.
Well, as
Hey,
another
Robin.
Penaconian shareholder, the Interastral
My
Peace
baby
Corporation's
girl.
Strategic Investment Department sent
Adventuring.
me as their representative in the war.
The Galaxy Ranger Boothill will also participate in this Holy Grail War.
Hot
Actually,
daddy.
I was just wondering, why is a criminal wanted by the IPC participating in this?
Micah got an invitation too, but he has no time for this. I can't turn a blind eye when someone's in a tight spot, so helping out was the least I could do.
Looks like Mr. Boothill really has formed deep bonds with folks in Dreamflux Reef.
Well, apart from those we've mentioned, are there any other special participants? that
You
we've been
missed
looking
the
forward
very
to
important
in this
thing
Soul
where
Grail?
Blade's having a rerun.
course.
So I might have to skip
Apart from
Finon
local
for my
Penaconian
Blade
heroic
because
spirits,
Blade needs more
the
Eidolons.
very
I miss my
well-known
Blade.
heroic spirits will
Even though I
also
use him every day,
arrive
I
by
miss
the
my
Grail
Blade. I'm gonna
Summit
need to pull
and
him.
participate
I need to
in
eat
this
6 him. I
Holy
need to get
Grail
as
War.
many
Now
pulls as I
that's
can.
really tasty.
They are
I need Blade in my life.
Saber, Archer, and Lancer.
Hey.
That's what I'm talking about. I wonder which heroic spirit will end up accepting a contract with the Trailblazer.
Now, see? This is how you attract attention. Now
Blade
we're
keeps
gonna
coming
get
in like
tons of
triple.
views. That's why you pay big bucks to get the big names. As to what stories will unfold in this Sweet Dreams and the Holy
There you
Grail
go.
War, and who will forge a contract with who, Trailblazers will have to find out in the game. Here's a reminder that the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration Trailblaze Continuance Sweet dreams and the Holy Grail.
What?
Officially
I'm broke.
July 11th.
I want to buy. I'm broke. I want to get the fade because, but I wanted their Lycone, but I don't know.
Saber's dress seems a little different from usual now that she's arrived in Penacony.
I just
This
realized.
is the planet of festivities, after all. You gotta dress up.
She
for the
doesn't have
occasion.
English for you.
Exactly right. The King of Night's new outfit was personally designed by Mr. Takashi
21
Takeuchi.
days
It
to
retains their iconic blue and white colors.
And her iconic ahoge.
That's right. It retains the
I can't
nobility of a
skip them because
king
they will never
and
come
also
back.
emphasizes utility for a warrior. The lines
I at least
along
want
her
one copy of
shoulders and her
each.
cloak
I know
are
one's free,
straightforward,
so
while the design of her skirt
Saber
is
should be
quite reminiscent
fine.
of timeless British fashion.
Saber should be the
As
free
for
one,
how
just
she
so
looks
I
in the
can have it.
game, well,
like E0 should be fine. Yeah, Archer is free, so I just need to get Saber and maybe try to get the light cone. And then should be fine. Since we're getting a skip button, I'm just gonna skip every like story. Like,
Call me a biscuit. That Excalibur truly shows her strength as a king.
Oh, talk about fancy visuals.
And how come the King of Knights is always stuffing her face? Even in Penacony.
Oh, looks like Penaconian food is very much to her liking.
That's right. You can't fight on an empty stomach. Now, let's see how the King of Knights performs in battle.
Saber is a wind character following the path of destruction. Saber will gain a certain amount of core resonance when she enters battle. If she uses her technique in the overworld, Saber will obtain combat buffs and also more core resonances after entering battle. When she uses her basic attack, she can deal damage to a single enemy.
The King of Knights is cautious as ever in this new world. I see she's still hiding her weapon's appearance and true name.
When she uses her skill, Saber will deal damage to one designated enemy and its adjacent targets. If Saber has enough core resonance at that time, she'll consume core resonance to regenerate massive amounts of energy for herself and increase her skill's damage.
Ah. In other words, you need to accumulate as much core resonance as possible to increase the damage Saber deals.
Exactly.
Are there any other ways to obtain core resonance?
Yes, there are. Whenever any ally uses their ultimate, Saber obtains core resonance and increases her own damage dealt.
Behold, the King of Knights has dispelled invisible air, barrier of the Wind King around her sword, releasing high-pressure air in the blink of an eye to form.
yeah, they're coming out in 3.4. They have already said that a long time ago.
Blow to the enemy. When
You just don't pay attention,
Saber will
Tachi.
deal damage to all enemies and turn her basic
She's coming
attack
at
into
3.4, so she is gonna be with
basic
fine
attack.
on.
Her enhanced basic
They're just
attack
gonna have a
can
different
damage all
currency, I
enemies and
think.
provide Saber with a certain amount
So they're gonna have a
of
different type of
core
banner.
resonance. Also, during
So I'm gonna
battle,
need
the
her
soul of Saber's
E0
energy
and
the energy
then
she can
Archer is
regenerate via
free.
consuming core resonance
So I'm gonna
exceeds the
need
amount of energy she needs to
hopefully
use her ultimate.
the
Saber will
light
immediately
cone.
take action.
Ah. So
Yeah.
if you replenish core resonance in as many ways as possible, you can use Excalibur more frequently.
That's right. Not only does this sword bear the King of Knights past,
Thank you for the
present, and
157
future,
likes.
but it
I
also
appreciate.
represents the noble ideal that was held in the hearts of the countless soldiers who once followed her in battle. All right, that concludes Saber's introduction. Now we'll move on to our next otherworldly heroic spirit, Archer.
Doesn't
Seems
sure,
like
okay.
Archer cares about this Holy Grail war very much. He put on a new outfit too.
He even changed where his accessories go. Those decorations he had on his chest are now on his shoulders.
What sharp eyes you've got, dear guest. Archer's new outfit was also personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It has the classic red and black look. The sharp contrasts, reminiscent of a
Oh, what a
blazing fire in the deep night, imbued with a dangerous allure. The combination of
I
the
must sell
long
someone
trench coat
else.
with
What?
skin-tight combat gear emphasizes his lean figure and is the perfect fusion of attractiveness and strength.
You got that right.
Oh my
Director,
god, not the
show us the game
ass.
footage already.
I mean, that's true. I'm just gonna try to get at least one of each. And then see how well my pulls go.
The bone of my soul. Unlimited. Blade works.
God damn. That might be a little overkill.
So that's unlimited blade
I might
works?
build Archer.
I might build Archer. Literally, that's a lot of. That's
After all,
overkill.
Archer is a seasoned veteran of war.
What the hell?
My sword.
He's a haunt character, but he does so much.
I agree.
Well then, let's take a look at Archer's combat performance in detail.
Okay, Archer is a quantum character following the path of the hunt. When he uses his basic attack, Archer can deal damage to one designated enemy.
An archer in close combat. That's pretty gutsy, I'll give him that.
That's right.
Yeah, I
But
don't look at
Archer
Luke.
hasn't exactly slacked off on his marksmanship training since coming to Penacony. When using his skill,
Been
Archer will
hard work,
consume
yeah.
2 skill points to enter the circuit connection state, dealing damage to one
So that
designated
basically
enemy.
tells you that you gotta use
While in the
Sparkle,
circuit connection
which is
state,
probably why
Archer's
she's
turn will
rerunning.
not end after he uses his skill, and he can continue to use his skill until he runs out of skill points.
Heads up. The more times you use
I
his
probably
skill
could, but I
consecutively,
just
the
don't
more
really
damage
like
Archer
to.
deals
It
to
doesn't
enemies.
make it
After
emote
all,
like as
everyone
exciting
knows
looking
that a
at leaks.
dual-wielding fighter who can't use their noble phantasm isn't a good archer.
Most people do, but I just don't think it's as
Archer will
exciting
recite the
knowing
classic
what's
chant
coming.
to activate
Not
unlimited
as fun.
blade wax, dealing damage to one enemy.
Apart from damaging the enemy, Archer's ultimate also grants him special charge. After any of his teammates' attacks, Archer will consume special charge to use a follow-up attack against the enemy targets,
Hey,
while also
follow-up.
recovering 1 skill point for the team.
Oh, in that case, there's no need to worry about running out of skill points again.
He just couldn't help himself and had to use his favorite twin blades.
When he uses his technique to enter battle, Archer will deal damage to all enemies and obtain special charge.
And that's a wrap on Archer's introduction. Now, I have big news for everyone. From when the collab event starts on July 11th and until the end of version 3.6, Trailblazers can log into the game to claim the limited 5-star collab.
Wait.
For free.
3.6?
Nice.
So I have a
We
couple.
hope that, under Archer's protection,
Please.
every adventure that the Trailblazers embark on will
I have a
leap
time
open
to
the
it.
dark clouds and become a saga sung throughout the cosmos. We also hope that your encounter, or for some of you,
Yeah.
reunion with the servants across this vast universe,
I'm so
will
happy.
bring you all wonderful
Who
memories.
gives that in English?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. How about that? The free new limited 5-star character mentioned during the anniversary celebration is finally here as promised.
Actually,
They said that they
there's
were
even
releasing them in
more.
3.4, so they are coming up with this patch.
Another free 5-star?
I know, right? This is like
limited 5-star character, totally for free.
Wow, awesome!
But let's keep our eyes on the present for now. I'm not quite done yet. Besides claiming
Okay,
Archer
okay.
for free, Trailblazers can also directly obtain a set amount of character enhancement materials for Archer.
Wow,
Hey.
how thoughtful.
Yeah.
We get them the
This
80.
version's got a lot of characters to level
love
up
that
after all.
All right, now let's check out the
Brianna
banner
Bob
details.
Coppola.
Once the collab starts on July 11th, Trailblazers can use Star Rail special passes in the character collaboration warps Excalibur Excelsior and the Bone of My Sword to obtain the limited 5-star characters Saber and Archer respectively. In the Light Cone collaboration warp, Trailblazers can get the limited 5-star Light Cone, a Thankless Coronation from Birth of a King.
Will be available for a
and the
long
limited
time after its
5-star Light Cone,
launch?
The Hell Where I
How
Deal
long is a
Burn.
long time? Because if I'm able to get Blade and then focus
In
on
addition,
them into
pity
when this
counts
Blade
are shared
leaves.
between the character collaboration warp banners
said
and
you
also
could
separately
claim
shared between
Archer
the
for
Light
free
Cone
until the
collaboration
end of
banners.
3.6, so
But
maybe
neither
that's where it
carries over
ends?
to
Maybe?
other
Because this is coloration
Okay.
roar. The color
It's worth
will
mentioning
be
here
available
that
for a
the
long time after
character
its
and
launch.
Light Cone collab banners will stay open long term after the event starts.
Wait,
Does
so does
long
that mean like
term
the
mean
warp is gonna
even
be
after versions 3.4 or
different
3.6 wrap up, you can still pull Saber, Archer, and the limited 5-star Lycones?
Oh, no fixed end
Exactly.
date.
These collab banners will run across multiple versions with no fixed end date yet.
No fixed end date. So I could get Blade.
One more piece of news
And then
for
save
y'all.
her Saber.
The entire duration of version 3.4, using Star Rail special
During any
passes for your
warp
warps,
event,
will
version
bring
2.4
some
spent
special
$7
limited time
Star Rail
discounts.
special
After the collab event starts, when Trailblazers spend a designated number of Star Rail special passes, they can directly obtain the limited 5-star light cone.
Oh my god, that.
Throughout all of version 3.4?
So as long as I
In other
spend
words, after the
200
3.4
wishes, I
update
get that
and
for
before
free?
the collab event starts, any Star Rail special passes used in the
Why they
banners
love it
for
on Archer
Finan
so
or
much,
other
bro?
rerun characters will still count toward the total, right?
Yep, that's correct.
That's amazing. I love Star Rail. Oh my
As the
god.
collab kicks off, the voice actors for Saber and Archer.
I love
have
Star
something
Rail.
like
Oh
to
my
say to all
god.
of us. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll be back to hear this.
What the hell?
これからマスターになる開拓者の皆さん、こんばんは。セーバー役のカズ
Oh
ミ
my.
崩壊スターレールとフェイトステイナイトアンリミテッドブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催ということで、私もとてもワクワクしています。この2つの作品にはどこか似ているものがあるなと感じました。剣を手に運命と立ち向かうセーバーの姿は厳しい冒険の中でも前へと進み
Anyways,
続ける
Husk, would you love to send me the
開拓者の姿と似ているのではないかなと
code?
思いました。
Thank you.
収録中はフェイトとスターレールの世界観が混ざり合い、新たな魅力が生まれていくのを感じました。あまり
It
多
makes
くは
it
話せない
better
のです
than
が、
having.
セーバーがスターレールの世界でどのように信念と理想を貫いていくのか、ぜひお楽しみください。このコラボがたくさんの皆さんに楽しんでいただけたら嬉しいです。星々と聖杯が交わる旅の中で、あなただけの熱い思いとロマンに出会えますように。
I know. I was like, I'm gonna ask because you were faster than me in my brain. I'm so tired. I'm gonna crash after this.
これからマスターになる
After the
開拓者の
live
皆
stream's
さん
over,
こん
I'm
ばん
gonna
は
fucking go
フェイ
and
ト
knock
ステイナイト
out,
で
and then I'll
アーチャー
continue
を担
streaming
当しております
tomorrow.
声優の諏訪部純一です。崩壊スターレイルとフェイトステイナイトアンリミテッドブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催となります。赤
Maybe
い
fish
九兵
out
は
soon.
あまたの世界を旅してきましたが、ピノコニで繰り広げられる聖杯戦争は彼にとってこれまでとは
Alright, thank
全く違うものになるのではないでしょうか。崩壊スターレイルの世界で
I mean, that's understandable. It's just not that it's like bad. I'm just tired that my brain's not
自分
remembering
をどのように再
the.
定義していくのか、その行方をぜひ見届けてください。収録の際にアーチャーの
I'm gonna
最新シーン
try.
見せて
You
いた
just
だい
have
たん
to
です
send me a
が、
message. If I'm awake, I should
ブ
be
レードワ
able
ークスの演
to.
出がとってもかっこよかったです。いや、気に入りました。素晴らしかったです。
Wait,
今
what?
回のコラボ企画の中でもアーチャーのかっこよさ存分に
On Genshin?
お
What
楽しみいただ
Genshin?
けると思いますので、絶対にプレイしてくださいね。
Okay, I wanna put that.
こ
Can
れは
you
また
pin that,
とんでもない
Tachi?
マスターに引き当てられたものだ。
Alright! Big thanks to our voice actors for those thoughtful messages. With the Honkai Star Rail and Face Day Night Unlimited Bladeworks collab about to launch, we want to take this opportunity on the program to sincerely thank all our partners in this collaboration. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to Mr. Kinoko Nazu and Mr. Takashi Takeuchi for their unwavering support from the earliest planning stages to the final implementation. And thank you to the Animation Production Committee and everyone else involved for all their hard work.
Alright,
on
so.
this collab.
Y'all are much appreciated.
Honestly, it's only with this kind of dedication that we can bring you all the ultimate joy!
In order to showcase the Holy Grail War from multiple angles and
They said that there is no
organizers say
fate
that they've
end
also
date.
prepared another
Which
combat
means.
build program, Fate Stay Night. It was a night with no wind and
Which
no
means
moon
I can focus
under
on
the
getting
blue
Blade.
breeze of Penacony.
And then
The
once
Trailblazer
Blade
met
is
the Bloodhound Lancer destined to cross their path. He stepped forward, raising his spear and uttered that iconic line.
For now,
The
yeah.
goddess of beauty is the
Different
most
banner and my
peerless beauty of them
75
all.
video I have saved
Oh, so it's that
Yeah.
red-haired Lancer.
They did say that it was gonna be
You
different,
got it.
like different
After the
banner.
sweet dreams in the Holy Grail War tournament, The genius School'em made some modifications. to the
There's
whole
no
thing.
end date. That's what they
Now,
were saying.
Rail can load the simulated
So we
data
don't know
past
when it's gonna
striders through
fully
the
end
user's
because it is a
memories.
collab. So
So
then once they
Fate
leave, they will not come
Trailblazers
back.
will
So I'm
face
gonna
off
try to
against
get them in
many
their live
familiar
cones.
and
But
old friends.
before
It's
anything,
what? V1?
Kafka versus
V1 battle.
Yangshing
Each
versus
contestant
wait,
starts with unique skills and a set of
Yangshing won over Akron. The hell?
And when your health hits 0, you're out.
Pull at the sub. I mean, knowing myself, I'm gonna be spending money for Blade.
At the start of
So
the game,
Blade
Trailblazers
first,
get some free pieces, each with different classes
and then
that grant different buffs. You can merge
once I
identical
have
pieces
Blade
to
where I
upgrade
want
them.
him,
The higher the piece's rarity, the stronger the buff. Pieces of the same class have
I have
bonds
thought,
between them too.
and after I
Collect
thought,
enough pieces
Blade's
of the
the
same
more important.
class,
I'm
and
sorry,
you
Blade's
activate
more
special
important.
bond effects that give you a serious boost in battle.
Blade's my
Looks
lover.
like bonds are super important in this Holy Grail war, huh?
Absolutely. And that's not all. Trailblazers can
I have to
also
turn you up a
acquire
little bit,
noble
'cause-
phantasms during battle for extra help. Plus, during combat, Trailblazers can have the chance to get
That's my
3
husband.
command
I need him in
spells.
my life.
Using these spells grants additional buffs.
Command spells,
3
huh?
million damage from
Well, I'm
Saber's
curious.
ult.
What role is the Trailblazer playing this time?
It's player.
Ah, this Grail feels kind of off. Forking hell. Could it be corrupted?
You right on the money. Trailblazers can increase the Holy Grail's corruption level to unlock extra buff mechanics. The higher the corruption level, the more points you earn when you win. Heads up, raising corruption level also powers up your enemies. So watch your step, Trailblazers.
Oh, but don't worry too much. After all, this is a reality show competition, and just for entertainment. The organizers of Fate Stay Night have also prepared a special Protected Mode competition. In Protected Mode, Trailblazers can fight using trial characters, and enemy strength is toned down.
Ah, this way, new Trailblazers can jump in and fully enjoy the Holy Grail War experience.
Exactly. The production team cordially invites everyone watching to stay the night. Experience some epic battle action.
And score yourself some stellar jades and other awesome rewards.
Now, just a quick reminder, this Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration is split into 2 parts. The Trailblazer Continuance, Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail, and the event, Fate Stay Night. The Fate Stay Night event will open for play on July 11th. The 2 programs stand on their own, so Trailblazers can dive into each separately.
Awesome!
Oh,
So much
yes.
content!
All right. Big thanks again to our 2 guests. That wraps up today's Fate Collab Update.
Presenter, your
So
mission is complete.
Finon,
Job. Anything for the Trailblazers.
Trippy, Sunday, and Sparkle are rerunning, and he's coming out with his like tone.
See you there.
And then second phase is gonna be Firefly, Blade, and Jingliu.
See you next time.
Bye.
So let's see.
It sounds like they have a different pity system for the banners.
Yeah, the collab is gonna be different from the.
So I should just pull for Cypher right now then.
Yeah. Didn't you know that they're gonna be a different?
No, I
The
didn't.
story's next page.
Oh. Yeah. I've been told that like from other friends.
The limited
Oh, well, I was aware
event.
of that.
Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star
Even her mech's had a makeover. You think
He trying to spell
theme,
guaranteed
new
so much.
colors. The whole look has to be consistent.
I'm not spelling it.
You'll be able to grab
Guaranteed.
Firefly's new look from the contract shop using your
Yeah, I
Night
was
shop.
not spelling that.
And again, please stay tuned for further details
I
and
am-
future official announcements.
I've spelt it right like
Next,
once in my
Let's
life.
take a
Other
look
than
at
that, I
this
just
version's banners.
make
In
my
version
phone spell it for me.
3.4's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Find It. And the limited 5-star light cone, thus burns the dawn, will have a boosted drop rate. Also, a brand new 4-star light cone for the Path of Remembrance, the story's next page, is being added to the first half banner.
You said you were pulled for Abaya, but then you're like, you got nothing, and you're like, I don't care. The only one
Freebie, Sunday, and Sparkle are coming back. Plus, 5-star light cones if time were a flower.
Cause you literally said, I don't really care about Glaya and stuff. I have everyone I want until Final comes out.
We've got another round of special warp events. Limited 5-star characters, Firefly, Jingliu, and Blade will be back along with the limited 5-star light cones.
You could. I'd say just get Cypher.
My own sword and the unreachable side.
Two of our newly buffed old friends are making a comeback in this version. What about Kafka and Silverwolf?
Here's a little sneak peek. Limited 5-star characters, Kafka and Silver Wolf will be back.
Yeah, just go for Final at this point. You can always get them a rerun. I mean, at this point, there's a big chance that Final just like power corrupt everyone. Cause he's like so OP.
8 new 4-star
Huh?
cones.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about chat.
Rewards in version 3.4.
I see quite a few familiar faces on the light cones.
Ah.
There are a few mini versions of Chrysos Heirs.
Looks like Finan really does enjoy spending his days in the wheat fields.
Nature's mattress. Can't beat that level of comfort.
See if I win my 50-50.
For sure.
All right, let's take a quick break. There's still more version 3.4 content coming your way.
Not that will.
Ability. There's Cypher. Let's go. 50-50 streak continues.
Hey, congrats.
I go in this last 4 polls. Calling it right now.
You can rewatch the trailer before I go to bed.
I got a 4-star and it scared me.
No, I got a 4-star and it scared me. Alright. We can watch this trailer since I thought you missed it. It's a really good trailer though.
Is this C6? Oh, this is C6. Yay. I'm never gonna use her, but yay.
神々よ、ご覧ください。オンパロスは勝利を収め、再創期が間もなく訪れます。しかし、本当にそうでしょうか。
最近、エルシオンの景色がまぶたの裏をよぎるんだ。
最後の一人になったとしても、再創生の偉業を成し遂げてください。
新世界は必ず訪れる。黎明を灯す。星々を燃やし尽くす。諸行をもたらそう。第1回ピノコニー聖杯戦争開幕。
と、あなたが私のマスターか。燃えたて、騎士の魂よ。暴風よ、舞い上がれ。
もう少し手応えがあると思ったね。機は熟した。逃げ場はない。
あらゆるジャークを打ち滅ぼせ。セイバー。
There's adventuring. Oh, Lega's good kill.
灼熱の太陽を背負い続ける。
死者を花から呼び出して殺し合わせて勝者が全てを手に入れる。
行かなくちゃいけない。背負わないといけないんだ。
There's Robin.
英雄はいないと。
お任せを。
私見ました。壊滅。これにて完成。宝石の余震をもって来世に暁を。
That's a really good trailer. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. My whole PC is like broken. I've been streaming for like 8 hours. My PC is like, it's a good ass trailer. That's like the that had my mouth open the whole time I watched that. I'm like, bro. No, I like how they just posted up this like trailer. Yeah, it's good, bro. And then Blade's getting a buff? Like, bro. My love.
Well, now that I got Cypher, I can just completely save.
I have 6K. 37 wishes, so like 47 wishes right now. You have an S to light count with an E0 character, the which will be changed once he has a rerun. And then apparently some of his items are gonna change, so yeah, I'm ready for that. I'm here. I'm so ready.
I got an achievement called Moonless Night. Okay. I don't know what I did, but I did something.
Like, I like the other ones for like Kafka and stuff because I do have, but like, Blade's more important, I'm sorry. Well, actually, I'm not sorry. Blade's my love.
The fight is set.
I mean, you will need them, but I don't. I have tributes. So I need E1 tribute, but I can wait.
Serenity is before me. I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Oh, we can already start pre-farming for...
Yeah, after a live stream comes out, you can start pre-farming for like their stuff.
Savor it for me.
Just like, it like just happened.
Yeah, it just changed, so now I can start saving. I can start going for Saber.
Too little. Your end approaches.
I'll probably farm for Cypher first, because I actually have her now.
Blade's always... he is an HP scaling unit. Blade has always scaled on HP.
Have some sunshine. Dispel the gloom.
And he always will.
I'll have to get E1 trivia on a rerun because Blade's more important, like... And yes, I will keep saying that Blade's more important. Yeah, you can get the stuff it tells you. Like how I don't have the money because I'm broke always.
Rame died.
Well, that just sounds like...
Castro saved her. Oh, Rame died again.
Yeah, I'm running out of money because I've been the one. You kinda or you kinda being dumb. So let's read his light cone, okay? Increases the wearer's crit rate by 21%, increases their max HP by 21%. When the wearer is attacked or consumes their own HP, their damage increases by 28%. This effect is removed after the wearer uses an attack. Meaning, HP is his way to go. HP, an HP scaling unit. Which is why he has like 7k HP. He's like one of like the first fully HP scaling units I can think of. Because Arliss goes with, it loses his HP, but he goes with attack. I think. Yeah, but he eats his own HP, so it's kind of weird. So, yeah, Blade's one of the first, like, scaling units. His Lycon literally says his HP increases, which is literal.
Lycon increases specifically his, or?
Yeah. The wearer's crit rate increases their